Well, right ahead, as far as the country's mega boost to naval power, today Prime Minister Narendra Modi would be dedicating 3 advanced naval combatants, which is the INS Surat, INS Nilgiri, INS Vagsheer at the naval dockyard in Mumbai today. In fact, we get you the pictures that came in a short while back of Prime Minister Narendra Modi emplaning for Mumbai amid dense fog conditions in the national capital. But the Prime Minister, who is on his way to Mumbai, today will be dedicating 3 frontline naval combatants, which is the INS Surat, INS Nilgiri, INS Vagsheer, to the nation on their commissioning at the naval dockyard in Mumbai today. The commissioning of these 3 major naval combatants marks a significant leap forward when it comes to realizing India's vision of becoming a global leader in defense manufacturing and maritime security. Prime Minister Modi also shared this on X, where he went on to say that the commissioning of the 3 frontline naval combatants will strengthen our efforts towards being a global leader in defense and augment our quest towards self-reliance. So let's, in the meantime, get in a word from Arunil, and of course, we'll then features that have now been a part of the 3 combatants as far as the lethal force of the Indian force is now concerned. Today, that will be commissioned on part of Prime Minister Narendra Modi today. As far as to their nation, we are looking at the more features of these naval combatants and what do they actually have when it comes to their incorporation or their commission in our services is concerned. We have Arunil with us. Arunil, good morning. The Prime Minister is on his way. And of course, why we have been calling this as a mega coverage of the lethal armada, that we take a look today as far as the commissioning of these warships are concerned.
Well, Amita, good morning to you. In some time now, PM Modi will be reaching Mumbai. He will be going to the naval headquarters of Mumbai, wherein the 3 state-of-the-art, very advanced naval vessels will be inaugurated. One is INS Surat, INS Vagsheer and INS Nilgiri. Now, speaking about INS Surat as well, it is a top-class, extremely large and modernized missile destroyer project. It is part of the missile destroyer project. It is basically a missile destroyer which will be inaugurated by PM Modi. It has a state-of-the-art machinery that has been equipped with state-of-the-art machinery. Weapon sensor equipments are also being installed in INS Surat. Speaking about INS Vagsheer as well, it is a modernized submarine. All these vessels, the 3 vessels, are indigenous, basically made with India's outreach towards self-reliance, and it also basically promotes defense manufacturing in India. It basically helps India achieve its goal of becoming a global powerhouse in defense manufacturing and self-security as well. PM Modi will be reaching Mumbai in some time, and in the afternoon also PM Modi will be inaugurating the ISKCON temple. Now, mentioning about the ISKCON temple is also very, very significant because it basically showcases how it is this visit is an amalgamation of defense, strengthening our defense equipment.
In just a bit, Arunil, in just a bit, because we also talk about as far as the Prime Minister's program is concerned through the day. But as far as today's program and commissioning is also concerned at the dockyard in Mumbai, where the Prime Minister shortly is expected to arrive, let's break down as far as the features that are now concerned when it comes to adding more teeth to our legal armada. Let's, in the first, talk about INS Surat and what all does it have. This is India's first AI-enabled warship that we are talking about. It can also operate a range of choppers and helicopters with the advanced stealth feature, that is, it is also equipped with, and of course, when it comes to advanced sensors that are operational range, that also talks about nearly 7,500 kilometers plus the reach that is now concerned, also having advanced network-centric capabilities as well. Now, let's talk about INS Nilgiri now, which will also be commissioned today by the Prime Minister. This is the Navy's Warship Design Bureau project that we are talking about, and it has the capability capability of holding 8 BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles. Also saying that when it comes to the vertical launch system for guided missiles, it is also incorporated and equipped with 76 gun. Also AK-630 close-in weapon system is also part of the INS Nilgiri, and it can operate without supporting vessels as well. Let's in the meantime talk about INS Vagsheer, which is one of the most advanced submarines, and it is said to be the silent and versatile diesel electric submarine that is also a part and would be of the Indian Navy. And we also talk about how and the features that these submarine entail, especially when talking about it can fire wire-guided torpedoes. There are also, when it comes to anti-missile, anti-ship missiles that are also part of the INS Vagsheer, and also saying that it is capable of anti-surface warfare and also can be used when it comes to gathering intel and can undertake when it comes to special operations or surveillance is concerned. Brigadier Mahajan is with us here on the phone line. Sir, good morning to you. Of course, the commissioning that we are now looking at, and even when it comes to these developments, how do you believe that the 3 major naval combatants mark a significant leap when it comes to realizing India's position of becoming a global leader in defense?
It's a very important event as far as the nation is concerned, simply because 95% of our trade goes through the sea, and securing sea lines of communications is very, very important. Maritime security is also very important, and ocean also affords you a tremendous amount of economic opportunities. Not only that, we have nearly 11,000 kilometers of coastline. We have 2 sets of island territories in Andaman, Nicobar and Lakshadweep Islands. So for us, sea is very important, maritime security is very important, coastal security is very important. The launching of these 3 vessels today by the Prime Minister is a very important event, simply because they belong to 3 different classes. One is a frigate, one is a destroyer, and one is a submarine. As you are already describing it just now, submarine is a very important weapon, simply because it has got a tremendous amount of survivability, and we have to compete with China as far as Indian Ocean and Indo-Pacific is concerned. So therefore, the importance of submarine. As far as frigates and destroyers are concerned, have multiple of weapons, starting from missiles to guns to torpedoes, etc. So therefore, they are a very versatile, or in other words, a very all-round vessels which improve our capabilities tremendously. So, and what we have to understand in addition to their capabilities is that these vessels, almost about 75 to 80% of the content used in building of these vessels is all Indian content. You know, meaning it's a very important step as far as Make in India is concerned. So therefore, all in all, Make in India, modernization of the Navy, improving capabilities both in the air, on the sea, under the sea. This is definitely very, very important from the nation's point of view. And also what we have to understand is we have to ensure that the Chinese presence in the Indian Ocean is increasing. There are a lot of other anti-Indian, anti-national activities taking place. Just to give you an example, the Houthis firing missiles we had to reroute our shipping routes from the Red Sea and from the Suez Canal to the Cape of Good Hope, you know. So therefore, maritime security is a very important component of the national security, and these 3 vessels definitely add to our muscle there and improve our maritime security, thereby improving the national security also.
Thank you very much, Brigadier Mahajan, for joining us here on the broadcast. Of course, we'll be standing by and waiting for the arrival of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who would be dedicating these 3 frontline naval combatants today to the nation on their commissioning at the Naval Dockyard in Mumbai. Let's, in the meantime, shift focus to another round of news that is now coming in of an accident that has now been reported